So you said before the series that you thought that the playoffs were going to be big for Villy. Tonight, he had the points, but he also killed a lot of plays and was under a lot of pressure. Was that the type of game that you think that he'll benefit from?
100%. I think that game, this type of game forces him into, just outside his realm. Like, he has to play hard, he has to be physical, and I thought he was good on power play, penalty kill, special teams. He was good. He was riding players out, using his body. His urgency was there. I think we saw, who Villy can be tonight.
Before Mikey Easymont's goal, he got about 5 or 6 consecutive, hacks to the back of the shins, and then he scored there and, gave a little love tap to the opponent there. But during the whole sequence there, he didn't retaliate once. Is that the type of discipline and what really makes Mikey so effective in playoff games like this?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've talked about that. I think for the whole series here, like we're trying to be as disciplined as we can. Emotions run, and I think the previous game we took 7 penalties, and I think I talked about that. We took 3 that were probably unnecessary. So we're really trying, and that's a team thing for us. And Mikey did a good job today for sure with it. Yeah.
We'll go next to Dave Manouk from Illegal Curve. Go ahead, Dave.
Thanks, Austin. One of the things about your team is you didn't have a lot of playoff experience, but now at least you guys, when they scored that goal in the third period, your team didn't fold. You guys continued to push. Did you like the way your team handled that? Because it could have been a turning point in the game, and they didn't allow it to be.
Yeah, I did like the way we handled it. I don't think I don't want to be negative towards a 7-3 win, but I felt like we kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit in the third early. Then they scored, and you're right. Like, I thought we responded to that the right way. Then it was everyone on the bench was like, hey, we're still got 15 minutes, 10 minutes to go here. Like, we're in a game. They're not going to quit. So they responded the right way between themselves for sure.
Is it appropriate that it's going to take the 17th game between you and Milwaukee to determine a winner of this series?
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, 17 times. There's not a lot of video clips or secrets that we can show of the other team, that's for sure.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
We'll go next to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Thanks very much, Mark. This by Mikkel there on the shorthanded breakaway when Donovan stepped out of the box. Of course, you guys just had the 5-on-3, and I think Gustafsson hits the crossbar. But I mean, how big in hindsight was that? And if that goes in, I mean, potentially a whole different hockey game.
Yeah, you're kind of broken up there for me. I didn't get it all. Sorry, Mike. It's coming in like sporadic.
But that again, just the shorthanded save by Burden on Donovan when he came out of the box. How big is that in hindsight? How different of a game might it be if that doesn't happen?
Yeah, that would have been huge. That would have been a huge swing there. Then we come back and get the 3-2 lead. Correct? That's the one you're talking about. Yeah, like that would have gone 3-2 the other way, and could have been a huge change. So I thought that he made 2 or 3 real big saves. Like, it was in the first period. There, I think in the slot we had a couple giveaways on our breakouts up the middle of the ice, and he made a couple big saves there to keep us in it. And those are the timely saves that we need by him, and he's been delivering them.
We'll go next to Scott Billick from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Austin. Just one for me, Mark. I'm sorry if Jacob asked this earlier, but the depth of your team, Morgan talked about it. The scoring tonight. You had 6 guys with multi-point games tonight. How important has that been over the last couple of games? I think it was 5 or 4 maybe the other night with multi-point games. It's obviously, I think it's 12 goals now in the last 2 games. So just how important has the depth been?
Yeah, the depth is important for a couple of reasons. Like, the biggest one for me is it's hard to, the matchups are hard. Like, who are they going to check? We've got someone on every line that might score. Like, and so the matchups, I think, are tough. Like, you're trying to match it up, but our fourth line can get one too, like as they have in both games, last night or the night before and tonight. So Yeah, it's tough. The other thing is it builds a lot of confidence on your bench. You know, you're not looking at one or two lines to lead the scoring. Every line that goes out feels that they can add something to it. So, yeah, the depth is it's important, and it's important that they can play at both ends of the rink.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll go next to Patrick Williams from the NHL.com. Go ahead, Patrick.
So, Mark, with Morgan, he was away for about a month with the Jets, and sometimes players have that difficulty coming back, adjusting. What has he been able to do that's allowed him to not have that kind of that slow adjustment back?
Yeah, a lot of things. First of all, he's got the greatest attitude. You know, he comes back, he fits into the group. He knows the group already because he spent some time here, but he's got a great attitude. Came back, worked. You know, he kind of already had the systems down as he was here for a while before, and he just works, and his attitude is right. He does all the right things. He fits into the group and works hard for the group. He's a great teammate, which we like to preach down here, and yeah, it's his attitude is probably the biggest thing.